Hi, this is Allie from Allie Katz Crafts. I'm bringing you a little bit different of a video here, and it is making this beaded bracelet. I'll pull back and you can see all my beads. So I have some beads, and these have sunflowers. So I'm making a fall stretchy bracelet. See how cute that is? It's a glass bead. And then these are the plastic ones. And I ordered these online. And I got these from Hobby Lobby, and it's the Small World beads, and it has all kinds of stuff in here. It has a little smiley face, like the sun. It has a flower. It has a little round one with stars. It has this little bead, and then there's this one, and it has hearts. And then it has, let's see, there's another one right here. There's this one. And there's this one. It has a little heart on it. It's a round bead. And then you have this bead. And I think that's about all. So those are the beads in this basket. Oh, wait, there's one more. That one. Okay. Then I have my other beads, which is also from Hobby Lobby. These are size, I think they're 8, size 8 beads. Okay. These ones are size 8 also. No, these are size, let me see. Yeah, they're size 10. Size 10 from Beadland in California. So these are the beads I use, and also these ones right here, which came out of this container, and these are size 8 also. So you can see it right here. Okay? So the other things I will need for my bracelet is this string, which is stretchy jewelry fiber by Beadland. Okay? You also need this thing right here, open eye beading needle. Now, there's a reason for that, because otherwise you're going to spend forever. Let me show you, give you an example. So if I did not have that needle, I would sit here like this. Let me get in real close so you can see what I'm talking about. You're going to go, that's crazy. You can't do that. You're going to have to pick up one bead at a time, try to string it on there. That's impossible. So I had this little big eye thing. Look at this. Opens up like that. You take and put your stretchy string right in there. You've beaded your needle. Pretty cool. So if you use a regular needle, it doesn't work as well. So these are the samples of the bracelets. So there's one, and here's another. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bracelet for you. You can see how it's done. It's very easy. Once you have the supplies and you know how to do it, you can make stretchy bracelets. Look at how beautiful that is. That's a bigger one. I have a small wrist. Here's a smaller one. So I use these beads to make the smaller bracelet, as you could tell, and these to make a bigger one, because not everybody has a small wrist. So it all depends on, and the reason I'm making this is I'm doing a card class tomorrow for my upline, and 5 of us demonstrators are going to get together, and we're going to make some cards with the ladies. So one of the things is we're having like 20 people there, and counting us as 25. So remember how I showed you how to make this box a while back in one of my videos? So they're going to get one of these boxes, and I used my watercolor pencils to color this, and I did a bow using, it's an old retired ribbon. It's called Old Olive, and look, I haven't even touched it. I decorated 25 of these boxes with this cute little bow. So that's one of the boxes, and it's old. Most of it's retired. Well, it is all old retired Stampin' Up paper. Okay. And this one actually, yeah, that's Stampin' Up. Well, I can't really tell if it's all Stampin' Up. I know this is last year's paper. And this was last year's too. I think this is still current, but I do not remember. So that's the papers I used to make these boxes. Each box is going to receive some candy, and they'll get a handmade bracelet from me. That's their gift. So let's get started on making this bracelet. So the first thing you do, and it's really nice about this, is I have these kind of divided up by the color. So I think I'll do this one. So I'm going to pick up 4 of these and see how much easier it is to string these on. Just bring it down a little bit. So I have 4 of those. Then I'm going to go over to this pile, get the yellow one. It's kind of orangey yellow, but it's like a fall color, and that's why I want it. So I'm going to put 4 of those guys on there. And then I'm going to pull out, I think I will do these guys with it this time. So I'll put 1 of those on. And then I will grab one of my sunflower beads, because I like to do patterns. You could do them mixed matches if you want, but I'm not into that. I try to do a pattern. Those are harder to pick up because it's a heavier bead because they're glass. So far, we have this. See how cute that is? So we're going to go back to the pattern. So I've decided I'm going to do the yellow. 1, 2, so I'm going to do 4 beads on there. Okay, pick them up. There's 3. And 1 more. I'm going to go back to my green. So I'm using this green this time. I'm out of focus out of camera on that one, aren't I? Let me scoot this all over. There. Is that better? Mucho better. Let's move all these things over. Adjust my thing here. I like to keep them. This is one of these, this is called the display thing. And I put all the beads so they don't roll around. Then I have these little mats. They're beading mats. And you can get a piece of fabric and do that same thing. But this one is like a foamy fabric. So that's the one that's important to get that kind. You notice how the beads aren't rolling around? Now, if I didn't have this, I'd be chasing the beads all over my table. That is no fun, trust me. So I got 4 of those. So now I'm going to go back to those other beads. I'm going to grab out 2 of these. Put one of my sunflowers on, and then 1 more of those. So 1 of this, 1 of that one. So there we go. So now, see how I did the yellow on each side? Now I'm going to do the green next to it. Now you can pick any pattern you want. I mean, it's really up to you. So I'm going to put those on. And they go on very nicely. Isn't that really nice how they just go on so easy? Okay, got those ones. So easy. So I'm going to put this on, because I'm doing the same bead. Back to my sunflower, last bead. And then we're going to go back to this one again. I put everything out and all organized, so I'm not trying to find everything. So what I noticed for a bigger one, and because this is a larger bead right here, I need only 4 of those glass ones. So now, see, I've already done, see how this goes yellow, yellow in the middle, then green, green, yellow. So I'm going to do yellow again. So I'll count out 4, 2, 3, and sometimes they don't want to come up. Well, I'm at an angle also. There, I'll get 4 of these. This one's easier to get because I could just see them pretty easy. And it's a tiny bit bigger of a bead, by the way, like I was saying. But I like the contrast of different sizes. It's really pretty that way. So I have 3 of those, so now I have to get 2 more of these. And then I'll put the sunflower on here. 1 of those. Okay. So remember, I did the yellow on the inside, and the green. So the next one, the green, and then that was yellow there. So now I'm going to go back to green. There's those 4. It goes so much easier to pick those ones up because they're bigger. But it beats trying to pick them up and try and, put them on. Okay, so that's the big as I want to go. So now I'm going to open this eye up a little bit. Sometimes I could pull it out, but it sticks in there because it's like stretchy, so it doesn't fall out on you. So I'm going to open up the eye. Don't lose that. And I'm going to take my beads, bring them all the way to the end because we don't want to waste this string. It's not cheap. Trust me. I think I paid like $15 for that, but you get an incredible amount of bracelets out of it, just so you know. Just the initial cost. So now we're going to take it. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Wait, I think I did too many. Let me look at it. That's really big. I was supposed to stop at, yes, right here. So I need to pull 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, let me double check my bracelet. I had it just right. Let's see. Let me do one thing really quick. I think I know what I did wrong. I think that was the end right there. Okay, here we go. I did not need to add these beads on. That's what threw me off. Okay. Just a few too many beads on there. You see, we have our divider right here. See how it ends right there? I was getting all excited about this and just kept on beading. Sometimes I do that and then I have to go, wait a second, what did I do wrong? But this is one of the easiest. If you want to make jewelry, this is the easiest out of all of them. Now we can get into clasps and stuff, and that's a little bit harder. Now you're going to pull this real tight, and you're going to tie like 4 times. You want to tie it 4 times like this. Bring it out, just go like that, and pull it so it stays. And then you're going to clip it. Let me get my stuff that I need. And one more thing, which I almost forgot. I don't have it over here. Well, the last thing that you need is nail polish, or you could get jewelry glue, whichever you choose. And what you'll do, I don't have it right here because when I get done, I usually do it. You'll pull it apart right here like this. Okay, so that knot's showing, and you'll drop some fingernail polish right there, or jewelry glue, whichever you choose. And just hold it there for a minute, kind of move it around, and then you'll take this thing right here, and you'll move it inside of that bead so it's not seen. See? That hides the knot. And then, here you go. This one's a little bit bigger, so if you have a bigger wrist. So there's how you make beaded bracelets. And this is a fall one to go with my fall theme. Okay, I'm going to bring in the card, the sample card that they're going to be making so you can see it. And I will... So this is the sample card that they will be making. It's this one. Let me pull back so you can see a little bit better. It's kind of close. Blessed you have you in my life. Grateful for you. And what I did was, we did, cut out that. I didn't cut it out first. I actually had them blend it. And then they used the watercolor pencils on this. They're going to. And then the paper from the pack is this, and I took and cut some paper for a flap and put grateful for you. And if you notice right here inside the card, they have a little piece of that paper there. So that's the card that they're going to make in the class. They're going to make 5 different cards from 5 demonstrators, and they get to go home with the bracelets, some candy, and a cute little box that I made them. And each demonstrator will have something that they've made for them, and they get to take it home as a thank you gift. So I love this card. There will be a video to learn how to do this. Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen and whomever's out there. You can learn this. Okay? Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.